Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you. And then they gonna tell you, come here. Now, you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tori Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
You've been diagnosed with COPD, but breathing seems to be getting harder. Everyday activities, walking to the mailbox, going up the stairs, talking on the phone take more effort than they used to. You're short of breath more often. Flare-ups are happening more frequently. And slowly, life starts to feel smaller. Is this you? If your COPD symptoms are getting worse, there may be options that can help you breathe easier and get back to doing more of what matters to you. That could mean walking further, spending more time with family and friends, feeling more confident leaving the house, and getting back to the life you want to live. If your COPD is changing, it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. Visit the COPD Foundation website at isthisyoucopd.org to learn the signs of severe and worsening COPD and the right questions to ask next. Take action today, breathe better tomorrow.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. You think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Want to protect our planet? The air we breathe, water we drink, and land we share? Real progress begins with birds. Yes, birds. The very ones we see and hear every day. On a walk, in the park, or simply out the window. That's because birds are more than birds. They're symbols, sentinels that reveal the health of our planet and our people. And by helping them thrive, all of us thrive as well. Audubon is a place where birds matter, where habitats are protected, where communities are engaged, and where change takes flight. Because at Audubon, hope begins with birds. Progress begins with birds. It all begins with birds. Audubon.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
Another function of white supremacy, don't teach black people stuff, because if you give us a little bit of knowledge, we'll invent something totally new. That's why it was illegal to teach slaves to read, because if we could read, then we could write. And if we could write, we could communicate. And if we could communicate, we could plan. And if we could plan, we could strategize. And if we can plan and write and read and communicate and strategize, we could overthrow white supremacy, because they've always known how fragile it is.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we don't leave success to chance. We're designed for it. With strong support, high expectations, and a team committed to excellence, our educators turn belief into outcomes every day. If you believe every child deserves an excellent education, join Milwaukee College Prep. Apply today. Visit mkeprep.com/jobs.
Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Check it out one time.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We're broadcasting live from the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman. What's good, Homer?
Bless, how you doing and feeling?
Very good. Very blessed. We're going to talk about that in a second, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Some may say hype for the wrong reason, but, hey, I don't know. We're gonna find out how Truth Nation feels. Will, great morning. How you doing and feeling this morning?
Happy Tuesday.
There you go.
Happy Tuesday, Will.
Yeah, happy Tuesday to you.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't sing. I just got sounds to come out my voice.
Sounds to come out your voice?
That's it.
All right, then.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Be like, hey.
Yeah.
Did you get to enjoy any of the weather yesterday? Outside of the rain.
Outside of the Well, there was a sunny period. It was
like 77 even at night.
Yeah, you know what? I just go in my house when I get home.
Shay foo foo land.
And if it's hot, I just turn on the ceiling fans.
Shay foo foo land.
It hasn't gotten to AC weather yet, so.
Shay foo foo land.
What? Okay, anyway. So I'm just saying.
What does the temperature have to be for you to turn heat on?
Turn heat on?
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't like to be cold.
Shay foo foo land.
So I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like to be cold, but I do enjoy the summertime. The bills are low.
Mm-hmm.
So we rarely, we get to a point now where we don't turn on no heat. Unless it's like in the 30s.
Okay.
We at that point now where it's like, boy, if you don't get you a jacket or something on over, you better get you an extra blanket on if it's cold. That's where we are now.
Okay.
Because this is it. We about to ride it out.
Well, you should be like Jasmine Gooden said, good morning. She said, I just opened all my windows for a fresh breeze.
There it is. Get that fresh air in.
Great morning to y'all. Love
Ceiling fans
y'all.
if you got them.
Yeah.
Fans if you got them.
Where the fans at?
Where them fans at? Yes. That's what you do.
Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Everybody checking in. On our YouTube page. Make sure while you're there, you hit that like and subscribe
We
button.
almost there, y'all.
Yeah. We we over 77,700 and something.
Well,
so it might be 54, might be 50.
I got a question.
What?
When we start this new thing next week, is that gone? Are we starting over with that too?
That is a very
because we almost at 8,000.
Right.
We got to ride this thing out.
Right.
We could
Absolutely.
be at 10,000.
Yeah.
By June, we could. By the end of June, we could do it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Lori Patterson, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. But yeah, that'll be I don't know if all social media would go. It should, I guess.
It should, but
we'll
just
find
don't
out.
know.
Yep. So we'll find out. We'll find out sooner than later, right?
Sooner rather than later. Yeah,
you will find out sooner than later. I'm not gonna even ask Will. Will gonna be like, don't ask me. Don't ask me Al MKE acronym. Don't ask me sugar honey iced tea. Nothing. You heard me? I'm gonna enjoy these last few days. And now it's time to say goodbye. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Will.
We'll see Will in the hallway. See if he remembers us.
Right. He won't even have to come in this early. I don't believe.
I don't think so.
No, he wouldn't.
No,
See, he's hell
so
no. Like,
we ain't even gonna see you in the hallway. Oh well.
Talk to us, Will.
Okay.
I know you know this is gonna.
Just wait.
Is it gonna
I'll
get
be
you
around.
Yeah, but you'll have time to rest a little bit more in the mornings, right?
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a win-win, even though it's a sad, but it's a win-win at the same time. Right?
Bittersweet.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there it is.
yeah. So what time do you usually get up, Will?
Like 8.
Oh, you gonna get a nice sleep in.
Yeah,
we done took you way off your schedule. Be like,
boy, I tell you, that's gonna be nice, Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Right. Because just because he gets up at 8 doesn't mean that he necessarily has to be here by 8, right?
Right.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
So that's
gonna
even
be
sweeter.
nice.
You get what I'm saying? So that dinner is losing its flavor a little bit. And it's coming to kind of sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which can be associated with sleep. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, what? But your body is probably going to have to readjust a little bit because you've been coming in. How long has it been that you've been coming in now?
Since early February.
See what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah. Your body going to have to be like, hey, turn the alarm off.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Exactly.
We don't have to be here that early anymore.
Yeah.
Your body gonna be like, your clock gonna be mad. Be like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Man, I kind of got used to going, or whatever the sound that it might make. You know what I mean? But Will is definitely, being a blessing and a treat. To be able to have you come
Absolutely. Absolutely. We appreciate you. We appreciate all your work, Will.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are fun to work with, so it's no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, so, on Thursday, I'll be saying, as far as Will, that'll be my last goodbye to Will.
Yeah.
Because I won't be in
For me, it'll be Friday, yeah.
I won't be in Friday either, so it'll be.
Oh, wow.
So you better say it Thursday too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at advanced Thursday.
Yeah, okay.
We'll talk about it out there, but it would be. I don't know if it'll be made feasible, but it would be dope if we were all 3 here on Thursday.
I think we are, aren't we?
No, are we? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think I'm here. I'm here on Thursday.
Okay.
Today's Tuesday,
but it's Dame.
Thursday, Friday.
But it's Dame in. That's where I'm going.
Oh.
You feel what I'm saying? I think it would have,
it would have been
really
nice.
Dope. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, maybe you'll come in.
Because you and Dame will end out the week on that Friday.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
On this version of our show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
we'll have to see if he could come in. He's probably listening now. Maybe he could come in on the end of the show or something.
During the day. Yeah, all right then. All right.
Just for nostalgia's sake.
Yeah, and that's what I'm definitely thinking. Like, for the nostalgia's sake of it all, it would be it would be dope, and I think Truth Nation deserves that.
I think so too. Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Man, I'm already picking up, what I'm saying, my kids at this time. I didn't even know about that.
Right.
So it's impromptu,
Yeah.
We didn't discuss it. So
no.
If he says, no, I can't do that, it's no harm, no foul. But it would have been a great thing.
Yeah, it would.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. He and I will be doing the show on Friday.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I wish he could do the show next week with me on Tuesday. But, okay, we'll see who turns up.
Yeah.
Because you on vacation, so you'll be back next Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday. So after Thursday's show, I'll return on Wednesday. So for those who are wondering, it kind of says it, that I can speak for me. Bailey speaks for herself.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I have signed on with the negotiations with the Milwaukee Black Media and Civic Media Group to continue on at 101.7 The Truth.
That's great.
Yeah. So, but I won't be on Tuesday when, didn't you say you'll be on?
I have as long as I sign my deal, I'll be here. I might want to do that.
Right. Yeah, that could be important. But yeah, but Wednesday I'll return. So
I got my attorney look at it.
Okay.
To make sure things.
Absolutely. I get it. I talk about the importance of paperwork all the time. You know what I mean? Like when people go to the doctor or go to different appointments, or even when you get your car repaired, you see all of this little fine print, and they're just telling you, oh, well, this is basically saying, and a lot of people take it because of laziness of not wanting to read everything, and they'd be like, here's my initial. Just initial here, and sign here, and print here.
Wait a minute.
You sign all your rights away.
My real last big deal that I had her look at, well, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
My last two, she looked at and said, well, long as you're ready to give your firstborn away, and you...
A lung.
They can have him.
Yeah.
They can have him. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
All right.
Your lung and all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure she'll be.
Yeah. Hashtag that part. Hashtag.
She funny though.
Let's see. Shakita Marie, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you on our YouTube page. Said, Troop Nation, please keep our students and staff at Townsend Street School in your prayers this morning. One of our colleagues passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
Condolences. Willie Jones, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Venus Jones, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Rendition 1, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Let's see. Rendition 1 says, so what current hosts are going to be black next week, or is this some type of PSYLP event? I don't know what your acronyms might be, but then rendition 1 says salute for staying, Homer. Yeah. So yeah, and
we'll be here.
I can only be me. Yeah, I can only be me. So I'm going to be me in whatever capacity that I'm in. I'm going to be me.
Oh, me too.
There you go.
I mean,
That's it.
We gonna rock out.
You're gonna learn today.
That's how we are.
Yeah. So,
I had a great weekend.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, y'all, if you have not checked out my girl Patrice over at Calm Wellness,
yeah,
it'll change your life.
Yeah, I told you.
Change your life, Homer.
I told you.
Look, and I've spent that time ever since then. Let y'all know, y'all not sending me back down that road.
Mm-hmm.
I am calm and well.
There it is. There it is. There it is. That's all I'm saying.
I am calm and well. They have tried me, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But Patrice got me straight.
There you go.
Y'all need to check her out. Calmwell.com, right?
Yep.
Calm with a K.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, Homer, that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
I've been trying to get her there. But she wanted to play
finally
hardball.
Went, y'all.
She finally went, and
it was amazing.
Transformation. All right.
Absolutely.
True
Aren't I nicer this morning?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
There you go.
True Nation, we got to get ready to take care of some bills.
Aren't I calmer this morning?
Yeah, calm
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm calling
with the K.
With the K.
Truth Nation, when we return, I don't know if it's proper to say your favorite judge. I don't know if it's proper to say that.
That's your favorite judge.
I'm just
now.
saying, yeah, I'm just saying.
Homer got a favorite judge. I got a favorite judge too, but it ain't this one.
Yeah, but yeah. So Judge Borowski is black in the news again. He's the one that was talking about the weed and admonished the person, how dare you come into the court and it smells like this. So there's another situation.
And,
y'all. Yeah. Author Sherelle V said, Welcome, WELKALM.
Okay.
Website, welcome.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah, like welcome, but welcome.
Yeah, y'all need to go.
There it is. Listen, and great morning to you, Author Sherelle V. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. And also in the 8 o'clock hour, we got a special guest, Antonio, who is with Milwaukee County. And he's going to talk about some of the programs for our seasoned citizens.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that in the 8 o'clock hour at 8:15. So be listening. And if you have questions, you'll be able to call in Truth Nation at 833-212-1017. Welcome. We'll be black as we take care of these bills. We'll be black.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on May 19th.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is good!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
Got him swinging. Threw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Mizorowski.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in May 19th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, Petey Pablo, Jaquan, and Milwaukee's very own Big Frank. It's Milwaukee's biggest throwback party of the summer, all for $29. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets now at tacosandtequilafestival.com.
Ready to grow your business? Then connect with the City of Milwaukee at City Connect 2026, the city's third annual vendor fair sponsored by BMO Harris Bank. Join local businesses, community partners, and city leaders Thursday, May 28th at Milwaukee City Hall from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Learn how to compete for city contracts, navigate the bid process, explore small business certifications, and build valuable connections through workshops and networking opportunities. Visit milwaukee.gov/vendor fair for details.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome black. We'll get it next break. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award winning 101.7 The Truth. I am the legendary home of blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
You know,
I'm there for that.
Order in the studio.
You can't catch me off guard like that, Homer. I can't, you know.
But I be trying to get you to count down.
I know, no, you just be like, we on.
I'll be like 15 seconds, 12 seconds.
No, this time you was just like,
yeah, like,
we on.
Because it was
oh, wait,
3
that's
seconds.
us. We on now. Go. I can't.
Okay, that was maybe.
There it
maybe
is.
that wasn't fair, huh?
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
but it's okay.
Right.
We're moving forward.
Well, you know, sometimes that's what happens when you do something earlier than you were slated to.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Be
That's
like,
your-
no, you gonna do me when I say it.
Okay.
So it just, you know, kept
That's
us on
true.
point.
Yeah, it kept
So
us on
that's
point.
how we were able to do that.
Yeah.
So we do have a video for this judge rejects plea deal for teen accused in 7-year-old's kidnapping. So
Now, this was a story we talked about months ago.
Yes.
Where there was an alleged drug dealer or something like that whose child.
Yeah, and the father ran in the house.
I wasn't
And,
going to mention that, Homer.
How do you not mention that? And that
and he was-
scream, like, as I'm just saying, as a father, I'm not going to hear, and I know, like, you're not supposed to, so please strike this, but you're not supposed to go black into a house that's on fire, right? That do not do that, right? But if it was a fire and I was to hear my son
Right.
screaming, you know, daddy,
Right.
daddy, the way that this boy was screaming during this kidnapping,
Yeah.
I would have went in that house. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I would have went in that house. Like,
Yeah.
just
To get your
it was
baby.
a blood curdling scream for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
it's like, for when they grabbed him and, you know what I'm saying, had him in their arm and he's hollering out, daddy, daddy, but daddy is running, you know, away.
How would that make you feel about your father?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Because, see, I'm going to be honest with you. I always felt like growing up with my dad, I felt like my daddy was invincible because he was my daddy and he was going to handle it.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I know my dad would have ran over there. They wouldn't
hella
even
high
touch
water.
me.
Right.
You know,
what I mean?
my daddy would have got.
Yeah.
He would have got.
Mm-hmm. You
But
would have saw me giving my life in order to know that I'd still try to save you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'd rather you would have had that image.
But I would if I were that. I feel bad for the baby because the baby calling for dad and daddy running in the house.
And that was so yeah.
And it was because of the mama. See, y'all, the thing is, the daddy wasn't the drug dealer or the alleged drug dealer.
Right.
Let me get
Right, absolutely, absolutely.
Allegedly, supposedly, whatever names. It was supposedly, allegedly, the mama. So that's all messed up from the beginning.
That
all
part.
right, now let's fast forward to this.
Yeah, so you know, court time, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the people involved was a 15-year-old. So we do have this video to kind of bring people.
Let me just say this again.
Okay.
I want to reiterate this part, Homer. Now, if the Slender Man girls at, what was it, 11, 12, maybe 13, if they going to send them away, you know, for allegedly or supposedly stabbing their friend, which I don't know how bad she survived.
Right.
So they didn't kill her, but they threw the book at those girls at 12, I think 12, 13, or 11 and 12, something like that.
As they should.
They
In
threw
my
the
opinion.
book. They threw the book at them.
Mm-hmm.
They still are paying the price for what they did as 11 and 12-year-olds.
As they should. Yep.
This young man, so you should not think, red alert, you should not think that as a minor
Mm-hmm.
in this state, if they gonna put them away, you should not think as a minor in this state, if you are before a judge,
Mm-hmm. Especially Judge Borowski.
and you have been doing illegal activities, that they are not going to throw the book at you. You got no shot. So your best shot is not to be in front of a judge.
That's right.
And
Any
not
judge.
to do,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, not to do things that are outside of the law.
But and this appears to be a judge that some people in our community have been asking for. And I'm not saying that they said, oh, let's get Judge Borowski. I'm just saying in judges, period, when they think about some people who are let off with less time or 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, so we like, no, that's a slap on the wrist. Well, Judge Borowski, I guess he don't like his wrists being hit, so he not giving slaps on the wrist. But we have a video clip, but what we'll do, because we're coming up on our next break, we're going to take care of some bills. And when we return, we'll end up playing this clip where a judge rejects the plea deal for the 15-year-old teen who was accused in the 7-year-old's kidnapping. I'm sure family and friends will probably be like, nope, yeah, why y'all do that? Y'all shouldn't do that. He only 15. But it could be a wake-up call for some. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We'll be black.
Honest, direct, and always thought-provoking.
Even if the system don't make sense anymore. And that's the part we got to be honest about. Education is not a theory. It's not a title. It's not a category. It's a student, it's a teacher, it's a classroom, and there's learning. Everything, everybody else, including the superintendent herself, are secondary. Assistant superintendents, or whatever the heck you call them, deputy, chief of school, everybody, they are secondary if a child's not learning. The student is the number one thing there. So if we've reached the point where the only way to defend the system is to argue that keeping teachers out of a classroom is essential to education, then we're not just confused. We backwards. And when policy, practice, priorities, and money collide like that, there's only one word for all of this. Nonsensical.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Weekdays from 4 to 6. Live on YouTube and broadcasting on 101.7 The Truth.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Dreaming of owning your first home? Don't settle for a fixer-upper. Build a brand new home with Milwaukee Habitat for Humanity. They partner with first-time buyers to make home ownership possible with little to no down payment and a team that's on your side every step of the way. Even if you're just starting to explore what's possible, they're here to help you take the next step. If your household earns between $55,000 and $90,000 a year, you may qualify. Visit MilwaukeeHabitat.org to learn more.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage Because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person. Complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Eastbound on 894, starting to see some delays from around 92nd Street all the way to 51st. The westbound side slowing down just west of 27th Street past Loomis, so give yourself some time there. Northbound on 4394, backups from Howard Avenue up past Oklahoma Avenue. Westbound 94's got backups from 30th Street to Hawley Road. Eastbound from about 76th Street all the way through to 35th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, storms and showers ending, then becoming partly cloudy and a little bit cooler, starting off at 77 for the high, and then falling to 64 by 5. And then tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 48. For the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
I'm ready for it. I hope you are too. Tacos and Tequila Festival going down Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, Petey Pablo, Jaquan, and Milwaukee's very own Big Frank. It's Milwaukee's biggest throwback party of the summer. All for $29. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, and an exotic car show, and a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets now at tacosandtequilafestival.com.
Welcome, Black Truth Nation, to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth.
That was pretty good for one take, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I got to get mine.
Professional.
I need to pat myself on the back.
Virtual tap on the black. Can't do real taps in this day and age.
No.
And I didn't even invite him to tap my black.
We ain't got no HR department yet, but when we get there.
and I am disturbed, and I'm going through mental trouble, so. But, so, and it's crazy. We're going to play this video clip. A judge rejects a plea deal for a teen charged in the Milwaukee kidnapping. And he said, citing the severity of the crime, the Milwaukee County judge denied the plea deal because they were trying to come with a plea deal.
Okay.
For the 15-year-old. And the judge was like, nope.
No.
Because, it is up to the discretion of the judge whether they accept a plea deal, even if both parties agree to the plea deal. So you say, well, the state was like, okay, cool. The defense was saying, okay, they cool. But the judge said,
nah.
Yeah, so we're going to play this. We're going to play this clip. And Truth Nation, we need to talk about it. Also, it was a shooting on Brady Street yesterday. On Farwell and Brady. But we're going to play this clip, and we're going to talk about this and get your thoughts and opinions. Was the judge right or wrong? That'll be the poll once you get to hear everything.
Milwaukee County Court this morning. This morning, a 15-year-old boy charged in the kidnapping of a 7-year-old in Milwaukee County Court this morning, ready to plead guilty. 12 News' Duke Carter is live at the courthouse. Duke, the judge did not accept the teen's plea.
Did not accept the teen's plea at all. And that judge in this case is Judge David Borowski, denying Coleman that plea deal, which Coleman is trying to get his prison time reduced. Now, part of the plea, according to this plea questionnaire, would that be Coleman pleading guilty to robbery as well as giving up his rights to a trial. But the judge had some very strong words for the teenager connected to the kidnapping of a 7-year-old that spawned an Amber Alert last year in court this morning. Take a listen.
This crime, as described in the complaint, is straight out of a
very, I'll say severe Netflix movie. No way am I taking what's on the table. To take him from 90 plus years in prison to 15.
Coleman shackled in court Monday morning. The state and defense ready to enter a plea deal that, if the judge approved, would have Coleman serve 15 years in prison based on how old Coleman is now. Now, Coleman, according to a criminal complaint, orchestrated a plot to rob the 7-year-old boy's mom, but instead took the boy in an attempt to hold him for ransom. This is in July of last year. But even after both sides, the state and defense seemingly ready to enter the plea agreement, the judge completely denied that request.
This is a heinous allegation, even for Milwaukee. And that's saying something. Counsel, the defense wants to try to convince me. You can try, but right now I'm not convinced.
I also don't object if we want to go in chambers, but parties have gone into extensive back and forth. This has been an ongoing conversation since February of this year.
So, Duke, there is another plea hearing for Coleman.
Yes, and that is expected to happen next Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day, which will be May 26th, and that is expected to happen in the afternoon at around 1:30.
All right, Duke Carter reporting live outside the Milwaukee County Courthouse. Duke, thank you.
Get your damn kids.
That part.
Get your damn kids. Listen, before they end up with somebody who's sitting on a bench who's sick and tired of being sick and tired, and realizing that, some of these people, it ain't their first time around the park.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so the poll for our YouTube page, and again, great morning, love you, appreciate you to everybody on our YouTube page. I need to know, do you think that the judge was right or wrong in not accepting the plea deal?
Wow.
Right or wrong?
That must have been the defense attorney talking about we have gone back and forth and this and that.
Yep.
All this kind of stuff. That judge was like, nope.
Right. And I think that, some people in the city, may feel that way too. Like, because we keep seeing a lot of people that are repeat offenders. And I think one of the things, and even though, it may not, once they get charged as an adult, it sometimes unlocks their juvenile stuff. So maybe this judge also saw something in the juvenile behavior patterns. I'm not sure, but I'm just saying that those things can be a possibility. Be like, well, you know what? This ain't your first ride in the rodeo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You may have had some things that you had a chance to derail this, and for you to sit and kind of help mastermind this plot to kidnap this 7-year-old boy.
Right.
Which takes some thought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was acted out.
It was acted out, but I'll say this. I think that 15 years is a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you going in, when you come out, you're going to be 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because that's about where 30, 31, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they add on some extended supervision, that would be, or some, not only extended supervision, but, public service time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would be sufficient for a 15-year-old. I feel like that would be, because he's 15 right now. His mind ain't fully developed and all that. But I feel like that would be sufficient because, but again, I would also look at the Slender Man girl stuff. But he didn't, while he did play a part in kidnapping, he still wasn't the adult in the scenario. But they treated him like he was. So, there's no way to slice it, Homer. You know what I mean? And because he's younger, I know a lot of people want to cut him some slack. And there are people that feel like, okay, nothing actually transpired.
It did.
So...
The 7-year-old got kidnapped.
Oh, well, 7
He did. It was an Amber Alert.
And he scared, and he scared the father.
Right.
So,
it did happen. It did happen.
Yeah, it all did happen.
Yeah, so that did happen.
But he
in the criminal complaint,
and the
this 15-year-old was the mastermind,
and he could have gotten up to 90 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe another 5 years in extended supervision and stuff like that.
So we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
What happens next Tuesday?
But we need to hear from y'all.
Yeah, Truth Nation, what is your truth on this situation? Again, is the judge, and again on our YouTube page, please take part in the poll. Do you think the judge was right or wrong in not accepting the plea deal? So go and vote. But Truth Nation, call in 833-212-1017. That's our Truth Talk and text line. So you can text in a response. You can end up calling in.
I feel like part of me feels like there are people that have done far worse, have gotten way less time.
Right. And I think that what is
that's what
it's a paradigm shift, in my opinion, to where it's just like, you know what? We keep hearing people say that, and that's what I was saying earlier. There's a lot of people who be like, it's time out for these slaps on the wrist and this, that, and the other. And some of these things are just amping up and amping up.
Our criminal justice system is so
not reformish.
It's subjective.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's 100% subjective because there are people that should be in there for life.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're getting out on a technicality.
Slap on the wrist.
They're getting out on, or if they do get time, it's like, okay.
So.
I've seen it where people are, people get 6 months and they should have got 6 years.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Or people that got 6 years and the other people that should have gotten 20 but got, a couple days in jail. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So it's like for those who feel a certain way, I can say that, no, more needs to be done. They're coming out.
A lot of times when people say that more needs to be done, and those same people, when they see more being done, and they're like, well, maybe not that much. Come on now. You know what I mean?
And that's my thing with saying you got to say what you mean and mean what you say.
You got to stand on it.
And it's also where I'm going when I talk about, and I know people will be like, that again? Yes. The speed bumps. And the bump outs, the traffic calming measures that have been put into place that a lot of people hate. And it's like, that's stupid. But when some of those same people had the opportunity to come out to community listening sessions on what should be done, what could be done, we want to hear from you. They didn't show up and show out.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, okay, but yet they still kept saying something need to happen.
Right.
We need to do something.
Right.
So now the plan that was enacted, you don't like. But it's like when you had a chance to
come
have
out
an input and make a difference, you didn't do it.
Yeah.
But then you want to end up blaming some of the elected officials and say they're not doing enough, they're not doing this, and why would you do this stupid thing and that stupid thing? Well, why didn't you put your opinions in there and say, here's some ideas, and made it where it's at least on the table now of different solutions and ideas that could be used.
Right.
Because then somebody else will be, okay, well, you know what? Yeah, that'll be better than putting out speed bumps, even on major thoroughfares. So yeah. Truth Nation, hit up the Truth Talk text lines 833-212-1017 and make sure you vote in this poll. Do you think the judge was right or wrong in not accepting the plea deal of the 15-year-old? And like, nope, y'all got to come back with something much better than this because I ain't having it. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth Community Spotlight this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Nicole Acosta, Director of Impact Engagement at Peak, and Tyreka Barnes, a parent of students at Peak. They will discuss how your child can do summer different through their free summer programming in Milwaukee and camp in Boscobel, Wisconsin. Again, that is the Community Spotlight this Wednesday with the Kellogg Peak Initiative at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
You ever see the sign above the highway? The number of people that have been killed on the road? My wife, my son, and my unborn child were killed by a distracted driver. They were more than just a number.
Your phone isn't worth it. Buckle up, phone down. Brought to you by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
At UW Credit Union, we have best-in-class technology and peopleology. Like if you lose your card, you can stop by in-branch for a same-day replacement, or you can have a new one instantly issued to the app. So whether you prefer interacting with our snappy online interface or our in-person regular faces, UW Credit Union is always here for every you. And whichever you choose, it's the best of both worlds. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Sweet Talk's Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
Now that I'm retired, I'm worried about making ends meet. Food, medicine, and rent cost more every day. And that's why I used benefitscheckup.org. It connected me to an extra $1,000 a month. Benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging. If you're on a fixed income, benefitscheckup.org might help you too. For free. Visit today.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome back. We're broadcasting live from the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I'm the legendary home of Blow Along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
Shout out to our brother MC Dame Elsie.
Shout out to Dame.
And right now we are talking about this Judge Borowski, that rejected a plea
your
deal.
buddy.
Yeah, he's doing the McGruff. Some of you may not know who the hell McGruff is.
The crime dog?
Yes. What was McGruff's slogan?
I don't remember what
Tough
was
on crime, taking a bite out of crime.
Taking a bite out of crime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, and another one, what Beretta say, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Yeah.
No.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. On our YouTube poll, Will, can you give us our current results? And if you are watching us live on YouTube at 1017 The Truth, please take part in the poll. The question is, do you think the judge was right or wrong in not accepting the plea deal for the 15-year-old who is charged with the kidnapping and the kidnapping of the 7-year-old and being like a mastermind of the whole thing, and it created the Amber Alert and all of that. So what are the results looking like so far, Will?
83% say that the judge was right. 17% say that he was wrong.
There you go.
So,
That's actually
baby, what's
kind
your
of a-
thoughts on that?
That's actually kind of a high number for the wrong, too. 17%. Usually our people be like, 90, 10. I still think what they missed out on and what I feel like they need to do is maybe add a couple more years on, between 2 and 5 more years.
Okay.
He needs extended supervision. I didn't hear anything about that in there. And some public service.
Right.
And they need to make it mandatory that he get his high school diploma while he in there, and maybe some post-education while he's in there to help him when he gets out.
Right.
So he can start working to becoming a productive citizen. And I think it's far too often when people go to prison that they don't, because it's going to be hard enough when you got that, what's the name on you?
Yeah.
That felony. Yeah, that F on you.
F on your report card.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be hard enough.
Yep. That part. Again, Truth Nation, we want to hear from you. Is this what we mean when we say tough on crime? Is this what we mean?
Well, you know what? There's a lot of people that they do need to, clearly because we have a lot of repeat offenders. So there needs to be some sort of situation for people.
Right.
That, you know what? I just can't. I don't have the answer except for praying. Everybody need to pray. Because these people coming out here are doing way too much and have little or no regard for doing the right things.
Right. And this is where I go when I talk about our voices need to be heard. So people who are tuned in and listening, they need to hear what Truth Nation, what our community thinks about this. Be like, that's doing too much. That's doing too much. There's no way, he only 15, just give him that 15 years and let him come out and be reformed. And I think one of the things that that some people forget, and I'm saying this because it's people in our community that say it.
Yeah.
They say ain't no reform when they're locked up. So I challenge,
most people come out of there and they just learn how to be harder criminals.
Right. So I challenge that with saying that. So are you saying that after 15 years that he will get out and be a changed person? If you're saying that they're not really getting reform?
Well, what I'm saying is we need to prepare him to be a better person. By that, and with that, I mean, get your high school diploma.
And what if he doesn't?
Then you got to add some time on or something.
And that's where I'm going.
Maybe when he comes up
and
for
my
his
question was a general question, not directed to you.
I mean, I just feel like they need to add some things in to give him some incentive to become a better person, like getting your high school diploma. Some post education. You must reach this by that. You know what I mean? And those are all. So when he comes up for his hearing with the parole board, they can look at that and say, okay, these are other things that you were supposed to do. Did you do this?
Right.
Did you do that?
Absolutely.
And help him be inspired because, sometimes people aren't inspired by the opportunity that they have, that freedom opportunity.
Right. Yep.
To become a better person. And it's really sad, because some people feel like there's no hope and that's how they end up in situations like this. But, planning and masterminding, kidnapping of a little kid, 7-year-old. I mean, that poor kid. I mean, he had a lot against him that was not in his favor, but you know what? It'll turn around for him.
And that's what, that's all we can really hope for.
We got
Go
We got
ahead,
some
because
True Talk
we,
said
the
something.
victims. I'm always thinking about the victims.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And how are they feeling? But go ahead, Bailey.
No, we just have some more on the True Talk text line. We can get to that when we come back.
Oh no, we got time.
Okay.
Yeah.
On our True Talk text line, 833-212-1017, Melissa had said there's no parole board. Oh, there's no parole board. That was from DB. I'm sorry. So they just let him out? Is that what happens? There's no parole board? They don't have a hearing?
Yeah, well, again, parole would equal early release. When you go before the parole board, even though you may have X amount of time, they end up, you go before the parole board and you try to show that you are a changed individual. You have acknowledged or accepted that what you did was wrong.
Okay.
And since you've been incarcerated, you've become a model
So
prisoner.
so parole is only for people trying to get an early release.
Trying to get an early release.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's why when you hear sentencing, so say if they gave him 15 years, but they say he may be eligible for parole in 10.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And the other 5 years he would have to keep on paper.
Gotcha.
So
Melissa Ann said that then why do we let them out?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got to serve their time, pay their debt to society, right?
Mm-hmm.
For doing wrong.
Yeah.
Jay Hall says, I agree. The judge was correct. As a matter of fact, we need more judges on the bench.
Basically, like Judge Borowski.
Yeah, you like Judge Borowski.
Well,
he said, no weed in my courtroom.
Listen, I'm just saying, like, it's like people say educate, but then when you have some people that try to educate, be like, how smart was that to come into my courtroom?
Yeah.
Smelling like weed.
Right. Not
and you
smart.
facing a drug charge.
Yeah. That part.
So. But
you couldn't get no Febreze before you rolled in. You couldn't spray down with a little Ozium or something like that. Is that how they say Ozium?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't get you none of that? None? None? Couldn't do it?
Nah, I guess not.
Hot boxing with 4 other people in the car before you go in. Is that Dame? Is that what
we're going to take care of some bills.
That's what he said.
John, we see you. We'll get you on the other side. And don't forget, coming up at 8:15 a.m., we'll be joined by a special guest, Antonio from Milwaukee County. You're listening to Truth in the Morning. We'll be black, baby.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe, and I need to let you know the award-winning Tory Lowe Show can now be streamed live on YouTube. How? Every day from 1 to 4. Truth Nation, I am now bringing all the smoke on YouTube every single weekday. Hey, how? I need you to go to YouTube right now and subscribe to 1017 The Truth and check out the award-winning Tory Lowe Show live every afternoon. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube. Now that's powerful.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
On Thursday, May 28th, join Sharp for the 10th annual Unwrapped MKE from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based education programs serving thousands of urban elementary students in schools throughout Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, Petey Pablo, Jaquan, and Milwaukee's very own Big Frank. It's Milwaukee's biggest throwback party of the summer, all for $29. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets now at tacosandtequilafestival.com.
Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
I won tickets last week on your show to see The Wiz. I just wanted to call and say thank you and say I appreciate you. I appreciate the show. I appreciate the station. That was a core memory that was made last night. The Wiz was an amazing performance.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Check it out one time.
Great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM The Truth. We're broadcasting live from the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I'm the legendary home blow along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
And we've been talking about Judge Borowski not accepting. He rejected the plea deal for the 15-year-old. That is just one of many that were charged in the kidnapping of the 7-year-old.
Yes.
We've got John on our Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great morning, John. Love you, appreciate you. What's your truth?
I guess you guys is kind of late because there's no such thing as parole board anymore for any crime that happened past 2003.
We said that.
I don't know if you guys know that.
said that.
We said that. We talked about it. Yep, we talked about it. Yep.
Okay, and then do you think if he was a white boy, they would have gave him 90 years?
Well, they gave the Slender Man girls how much time? They were only 12. They were only 12.
Yeah.
And they still going through it.
Yeah.
So I guess the answer is on that, yes.
So I don't believe that. And can I say this right here?
Hold on, hold on, John. So you haven't heard even when the girl broke out and it was like, nope.
No,
you going? So when you say you don't believe that,
No. What I'm saying is, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. To understand that one. What I'm saying is, that's not majority. That's the minority.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I was saying was, too, do you guys really believe a 15-year-old set everything up and told the adults what to do and everything?
Well, that's from his testimony. I got the criminal complaint. I'm just saying. I'm just going from his testimony. So
but you can't believe everything you hear.
Okay, so now if you said it, John, if you said it, would you want us to believe you? This is all I'm asking. Would you want us to believe you when people say, I didn't do this or I didn't do that, and we say, you can't believe what John's saying? I'm just asking you the question. Yes or no? Hello? You must be having, I mean, we still see that you're there, but we're not hearing you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
lost signal. Yeah. So, but because it's so subjective, it's very subjective.
Our criminal system is, and I want to thank John for his opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, John, that was my question.
Mm-hmm.
Is a 15-year-old really able to, plan this whole deal? He's the one that said he did it.
Right.
Nobody else said that.
Right.
He could have easily that comes
that my daddy told me, my uncle told me. You get what I'm saying?
That he could have done that.
Because I would have tried to allude it.
I would have definitely said, "Oh, we in trouble now."
I didn't do that. You know what I mean?
These other two adults that are involved here, they did that, and I might have tried to,
Mm-hmm.
I would have put it on anybody. I'm 15. What do I know?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
then there are 15-year-olds that like to try to brag about things.
Absolutely.
Too.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, and a lot of times they don't know what they're doing when they're doing that, too. Because, again, maturity level, right?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I kind of agree with you on that. But at the same time, he said he did it.
Right. And that's why I was asking John the question, like, because it's like when we talk about those things, if the same question would have been him saying, I didn't do it, and then people say, well, okay, he said he didn't do it. And then a person says, do you really believe he didn't do it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And other people are like, yeah, he's on video or this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So that's where the debate can come in on that.
Yeah.
So do we believe you if you end up saying that this is what you did? And we also can't keep saying that they don't know what they're doing. But then when certain other situations happen, if it was that they ended up beating your child up at school and there's video of it and you're like, no, yes, he did, or yes, she did. So it's that balance beam.
Yeah.
It's that balance beam.
Yeah.
Who you believe in? You believe in your daughter who said that this boy beat her up and said this or tried to do this? Or are you going to believe the boy because he's saying, I didn't do that?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It puts you in those situations. So before we say that they didn't know better, I guarantee you, if a 15-year-old boy, when my children were younger, if they would have ended up, if my daughter would have said that this boy ended up hitting her and she's got marks and stuff like that, and then he say, but I didn't, and just because he's 15, I say, you know, anybody could have made him say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where we at with these kind of situations. And when you have a situation, you got to, you know, when he said that he did it, the 12-year-old girls, and that's why when he said that, I get where you were trying to go with saying that oftentimes that black people are scrutinized more, like a white person can end up selling drugs. We know that.
Well, I mean, that was my whole point of saying these little girls, these Slender Man girls out in Waukesha.
Right.
How they threw the book at them.
Right, because Bailey brought that up. Right.
Our kids ain't going to get a chance.
Right.
I believe that judge, if he could get away with actually giving him 90 years, he would.
Yep. I believe it.
I believe it.
I believe it too.
That ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
I would never put 90 years
right
on a kid like that.
But in fairness, I'm happy to know that he's saying go black and come up with something else. So as opposed to saying nope, it's going to be the 90 years, he's saying next Tuesday, y'all come black with a different plea deal, and let's see if that's something that he can agree with, and maybe it'll be 40 years or 25 years or something. I mean, again, still extreme, but not to say, okay, no, I'm not taking anything under the 90 years. That would be just, super extreme and not cool. Because again, we got on the point that John was making, like I said, and I just think that some of the analogy that he was going to and referring to, it could easily be countered. But yeah, we know that it's an unfair balance when it comes to black people and white people. Anybody that acts like it's not, then they're the ones that are all bad and crazy as hell, in my opinion. It's just like what we're seeing with the Orange Man and all of the things that he's doing and the layoffs. Why did it have to be over 500,000 black men and women that were laid off? Why did DEI have to? Why did the King tributes and all of that? You don't get in the park free, but every other person that is white that has a holiday or some type of recognition, you get it. So anybody that doesn't see that, then you are fighting the wrong damn fight, and we understand why you voted for the Orange Man and will probably continue to vote for the Orange Man. But yeah, it's we have to also understand the traps that are set. So now if you keep going into the mousetrap and you've seen the mousetrap, you've been explained that it's a mousetrap. But I ain't going to get caught in it, though, until you do. But now, like, well, see, why they doing that to me? You already know it's unfair. So I'm saying, why put ourselves in situations where we already know somebody white that's selling all this? It's like this. Somebody put up, and I think it might be in the group chat as well, but where this white woman, and it showed a picture of her, and it said, "What do you think she did?" And it showed her LinkedIn picture. It was a nice professional picture, and it was like, what do you think she did? And the man that was doing the video, the repost of it, was like, I said, embezzlement and this, that, and the other. And he said his wife said, white collar type crimes.
Mm-hmm.
This woman with this, a white woman now, with this mugshot, and it wasn't even a mugshot. It was her LinkedIn picture.
Yeah.
But she delivered a baby and threw it out the window.
Yep.
She delivered her baby
and threw
the baby out the window because she didn't want to lose her job or something like that.
Yeah, she was a lawyer.
Yeah.
For Porsche.
Right. And didn't want to lose the contract.
Job.
Yeah.
She didn't want to lose her job.
So she had the baby and threw, but they just had you would have thought they were announcing the new executive director of a company.
That was her. That was the mugshot.
Yeah.
That the media put out there.
Right.
I mean, that wasn't her actual mugshot.
Right.
But that was a picture that the media put out there.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, if she was black, they would have found the mugshot.
And not only that, the mugshot would have been shadowed to make the person look even more evil.
Like they did the O.J. Simpson one.
Yeah, to make them look even more evil. We're evil. We can't have, we can't have the LinkedIn picture posted.
Right, exactly.
And no, you gonna look like you're a thug or you're a criminal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, again, when we know that that's what we're fighting against, that's one of the things that gets me, that we end up fighting with each other.
Right.
And we fighting the wrong damn fight.
Exactly.
Because the fight that we need to be fighting, we ain't even fighting those fights.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one on the True Talking text line, 833-212-1017. Love to hear from you. DB said, unfortunately, it's the judge's right to refuse any deals offered by the DA. So he can't be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That young man also has the right to withdraw his plea, but him being young and inexperienced is going to put him far deeper into the FAFO phase.
Mm-hmm.
Mess around and find out.
Yeah. And that's a sad truth.
Yeah.
That is a sad truth. That is a sad truth.
Yeah.
So, again, this is why I say get your children, get your teens, you got to stay on them. And this is what happened in, coming up in the day and age. Like, we wasn't going to get no pass.
Nope.
We wasn't getting no pass.
Nope.
You going to handle your business, or that business is going to handle you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, if you don't want to see that and show your child, like, look, we ain't doing this, because you already know what they're going to do. You know how it's going to go down and all of that kind of stuff. So if you know all of those things and then you still fall for the banana in the tailpipe, you still set yourself up for a situation that is not going to turn out well for you. That's all bad. That's all bad. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. And, of course, I want to say that when we return, we should be being joined by our guest, Antonio from Milwaukee County, with some news that I believe that our seasoned citizens need to hear. All right, so we'll be back.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
Another function of white supremacy: don't teach black people stuff, because if you give us a little bit of knowledge, we'll invent something totally new. That's why it was illegal to teach slaves to read, because if we could read, then we could write. And if we could write, we could communicate. And if we could communicate, we could plan. And if we could plan, we could strategize. And if we can plan and write and read and communicate and strategize, we could overthrow white supremacy, because they've always known how fragile it is.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we don't leave success to chance. We're designed for it. With strong support, high expectations, and a team committed to excellence, our educators turn belief into outcomes every day. If you believe every child deserves an excellent education, join Milwaukee College Prep. Apply today. Visit mkeprep.com/jobs.
Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talks stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talks specializes in a range of treatments including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Seriously injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome Black to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
And, of course, Will in the producer studio holding
Shout
it
out
down.
to Will.
Will, you good?
All
right.
good.
All right. We are now joined in studio by our very special guest, Tony Jones. From the Milwaukee County Area Agency on Aging and also under the Milwaukee County Aging and Disability Services. Now, there's welcome to Truth. Welcome to the Truth Nation. And we're here to discuss Medicare and options and assistance for individuals and families with loved ones who are on Medicare, and also discuss some other services that are going on under the Milwaukee County and the SHIP. I'll allow you to break down what SHIP stands for, but welcome and great morning to you. Tell people a little bit about you and your job title and position with Milwaukee County.
Thanks for having me this morning, Homer and Bailey. My position is Medicare Outreach Specialist for Milwaukee County Area Agency on Aging under the Milwaukee County Aging and Disability Services.
What does that person do as your job? What is your
my role right now is to assure people are understanding about Medicare, helping them through the guidelines, the process for enrollment for Medicare, and understanding the the nuances. It takes a lot. It's a lot more walking through, getting through, understanding what's available, their benefits, maintaining their health care, medications.
Well, let's get into it. How do you walk somebody through, and why is this information that you're about to disseminate so important?
Right now, we are currently celebrating Older Americans Month. So just assuring that our community is staying healthy. They're able to go to their doctors. They're able to get the medications they need. They're able to continue to function in a way to
enjoy life at this stage of, where they're at right now.
Okay.
So go ahead.
I know some people are like, okay, so you're talking about Medicare. What's the difference between Medicare and Medicaid?
Well, Medicare is, of course, the red, white, and blue card. That's federal. That's the health insurance for Part A and B, or you have original Medicare. Medicaid is state. That is the forward health, which is eligibility through the state's health insurance process. They both can go hand in hand if most people are eligible for it. And for years, educating and being informed of the difference between them. And that's where we're kind of at right now, where I'm creating presentations called Medicare 101. There's presentations on preventative services, Advantage part of Medicare, and then also the Part D.
Okay.
And it is a lot. It's almost like taking a road trip without a map.
Okay.
And it becomes confusing because it's a lot of information.
Okay.
Right now, people are getting ready to retire, so they know they need to either enroll and get prepared for Medicare, understanding what that looks like, whether they're retiring from an employer and having those things that they need. Some of the things that I've seen over the years of doing this work and coming from both sides of the Medicaid eligibility side of it is just assuring that people get what they need. Right now, people are making major decisions between medications, going to the doctor, what those cost increases are looking like. They get inundated with a lot of information, and a lot of times it's just confusion when their health is changing. Navigating through the process and understanding what's available, what's the best available plans to receive the services that they need when they go to the doctor, understanding why their prescription costs has went up. We're in climates of trying to figure it out, frustrations, why is this service is not covered, why that changed. So my job essentially is to assure when folks come to Marcia Cox building or come in contact with me that we are able to navigate them through that process with guidance. Now, SHIP is called State Health Insurance Program. It's one of our partner agencies governing. We are non-objective far as helping people with the process because we are SHIP counselors, which we are able to help people review plans, review the guidelines for Medicare, and then also assure that they get the additional services. So sometimes people don't understand is that you just have Medicare, but if you need other services that help pay for some of those things, we go through the Medicaid side, which is governed under the SHIP program.
Okay.
So someone who's taking care of their mother or their father or maybe their grandparents, what do they need to know and how do they navigate to find you or someone who works in that division? And what are some questions that they should be asking on behalf of their mother or father that may be aging or grandparents?
That's a good question. Over the last couple of years, I've been seeing a lot of, personally and professionally, is seeing people trying to help their family members navigate through the changes of insurance. A couple of times where we got people who get very expensive changes to their plan. They didn't review the plan when it's renewed annually. There are changes during open enrollment to your plan if you're already on a Medicare plan or you receive an Advantage, Medicare Advantage. So if you're not understanding that those changes are there, when you go to the doctor or when you go to the pharmacy, you got a different cost. And at times, most of our elderly are not reading a lot of the information. They get it. They just kind of put it in a corner, and then they go to the pharmacy. Oh, that prescription is now $700 versus, or that deductible is changed or the increase in copays. So my role is at Milwaukee County is coordinating times where individuals can come into the building to get help. We have SHIP counselors. Part of our team is called the Elderly Benefit Specialists, and we are able to help guide them through that process, help them review the plans. A lot of times is contacting either Medicare.gov or we got a plan called a Medicare Plan Finder, where sometimes we can review the different options of plans. And that's a lot.
What are the hours that they can come in?
On Wednesdays, the second and fourth Wednesdays of every month, they can come in from 10 to 2. Okay. And pretty much for my position, I'm kind of there on every Wednesday. Okay. So I have volunteers that are there to help with the process on the second and fourth Wednesdays, but we also have additional teams that are there that can help under the elderly benefits specialist side of things. We recently received a grant called the NOCA, the National Council on Aging, which we have kiosks set up down there at the Marshall Cox building on the first floor where individuals can come in and go on the kiosk, check their benefits, and, just understanding those additional eligibilities for what you said, like the Medicaid side, the low-income subsidy. We are able to understand and give them assistance through other programs that will help pay for some of those services because it gets costly. Part B is $202.90. And that's kind of taken out of their Social Security checks. But if they're eligible, they can go and get that additional services to get some of those fees covered.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is a lot.
Yeah, it is. And currently right now, I outside of the Wednesday walk-ins, our EBS team is there mostly throughout the week, so we have staff available, but they can always call me or email me to schedule appointments to come in. Currently, I'm doing presentations at different libraries, senior centers. And the biggest thing that's getting ready to come up, of course, we are getting a bunch of phone calls about you're eligible for Medicare or, people watching TV all day and the Medicare commercial comes up.
There's a lot of those on. They're running heavy,
Yes, and sometimes it's a misperception. People call because they see you might be eligible for extra benefits or you can get this card. Then you call. You don't even know what you're calling, what information you're giving out. You got to do your due diligence, but it's tough for people who's not on the technology savviness. So a couple of things I've noticed, especially last year, I had an individual come in who had to take care of her grandmother. And in between working and that change for her grandmother because she couldn't go back home, didn't understand that, okay, Granny, what's going on? And then the Medicare changed. Now, besides you got the anxiety of her health has changed, what's covered? Then, she's not eligible for this or she needs the additional that. So trying to walk a family through that process because, we get older. It's different from when you have work insurance. You got your options. You pick and choose what you need and in network, out of network. And then with Medicare, it's I'm telling you, it's a different beast.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah, it is. It is. And a lot of times is, since I've transitioned over to this department, I help the individual, at the library who was so frustrated. She didn't understand. Her husband just passed away, and trying to adjust. And then all of a sudden, she had an inhaler that went from what she was paying to $700. She said, I need this to breathe. This is not oxygen.
Right.
So she didn't understand, and then she had the benefit card with her and trying to understand what this was. So when you got to see this for people and you trying to help them understand, like, it's a big adjustment when your health has changed and you're trying to maintain, and then a prescription costs more than for her to go to the grocery store.
Right.
So you're trying to decide between eating.
Talk about that kind of stuff all the time. Right now, we'll keep you for another segment, but what is your number and your email for people that need to try to get in contact with you?
The phone number is 414-289-6334.
Slow it down.
414-289-6334. And the email address is MedicareOutreach@MilwaukeeCountyWI.gov.
Say that one again.
MedicareOutreach@MilwaukeeCountyWI.gov.
All right. We're talking to Tony Jones. We'll come back and get some more information. And Truth Nation, if you have any questions, feel free to hit us up at 833-212-1017. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, Petey Pablo, Jaquan, and Milwaukee's very own Big Frank. It's Milwaukee's biggest throwback party of the summer, all for $29. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets now at tacosandtequilafestival.com.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
So altogether, you're looking at $1,780 for your mortgage and for your property taxes in a year, and that's before you have to deal with, obviously, your water bill and electric bill. That's a steep price that people have to pay, and based off those numbers I just ran, to afford a home like that, you got to make $65,000 a year. But the problem is, here in Milwaukee, the median household income is only $54,234. That's out of whack. So again, I am all about affordability. I'm all about people getting homes. But what we have to understand is that until homes are more affordable, you can have a supply and demand problem, but the problem that we have here in the city of Milwaukee is that these prices, when people are listing these houses, they're listing them for prices that people really can't afford. And even if you do get the house and you're paying that, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is not about living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is about finding something that fits within your budget and building equity for the future.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on the dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Southbound on 43. We've got backups from basically Good Hope Road all the way down to North Avenue. So give yourself that extra time. Northbound out of the Mitchell interchange on northbound 4394, backing up right there out of the Mitchell around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. More backups between North Avenue and Locust. Westbound 94, heavy from just west of 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound's backed up from 70th Street to 35th. And then southbound 41, heavy from Good Hope Road down past Capitol Drive, northbound from Mayfair Road up to Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, storms and showers ending, then becoming partly cloudy and a little bit cooler. Starting off at 77 for the high, then falling to 64 by 5. And then tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 48. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Welcome, Black Truth Nation. I'm the legendary Home Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
Shout out to MC Dame Elsie, our brother.
Shout out to Dave.
Yep. We are joined in studio by Tony Jones, of course, with Milwaukee County, and giving out some valuable information. And we want to make sure that those of you who may need the information yourself, or you have a family or a loved one that definitely needs help trying to navigate through this situation. And this is what I say, Bailey, you know, we got to utilize the things that we do have.
Yes.
Instead of always talking about things that we don't have.
Exactly.
So there's help navigating through this, because it's ever evolving from what you're saying, Tony.
Yes.
Like, you know, you from the last time you enrolled or whatever, now there's some new nuances and you may not be prepared, and you go to the pharmacy or you go to a
Exactly.
doctor's appointment and be like, oh, well, this is the cost. You'd be like, no.
Wait a minute.
Mine said, you know, so
Yeah.
so that's kind of like what you and the people that work with you work on.
Yes, definitely. And just trying to help alleviate some of the frustrations, the anxiety, and the pressures. We are very non-objective. We're not agent selling.
Mhm.
We are the process for helping people get through it. I kind of say we're like the GPS system.
Okay.
You know, we are clearly open and just assuring that you know, one of our visions is no wrong door.
Mhm.
So having the benefit enrollment center with the kiosks, so people have options to come in, scheduling time to meet with me or just want to come into the agency to get that assistance or get information. It doesn't hurt right now to get information because we, of course, know when October gets here, we know for 2 months almost, you know, open enrollment. You can get phone calls. You're going to get flooded with mail letterings.
Right.
You know, and just be sure that you are understanding, you know, as an employee that works with the ship process, we're not commissioned. Our only mission is to help people get what they need
Right.
and what's available and understanding those changes. Of course, people don't understand formulas and things from the insurance company that changes the cost of things. It's just the fact that if you're used to taking something, what other options do you have? Do you want to continue to take this medication and it's going to cost you? But then, you know, you got to have food on your stomach to take medications.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, so
Right.
if we don't continue to let people know we have this gorgeous new building, and you know, we had the old Marsha Cox building, which was on 12th and Fleet. Now we at the new location, 1230 West Cherry Street, and you know, just getting folks to come down and understand there is assistance available. We'll walk you through every avenue that we can help with, just assure that you get connected, get the services that you need, and that's our goal. You know, making Milwaukee one of the healthiest counties.
Bailey?
Wow. So what can folks do to get in contact with you? So you said they could come down and make appointments and things like that?
Or they can call the 289-6334 number 414, or they can send me an email and I can schedule time to come in, or they can just walk in and just say they need to talk to someone about Medicare.
Right. And that's what I'm going to ask. Can they walk in?
Yes.
So
Right.
that's good to know.
Yes.
What is probably the hardest thing when it comes to talking with people? What's the biggest problem, I guess I should say, for most people?
I would say them understanding the change, the frustrations, and a lot of times they have so many things going on in life that, you know, they kind of lose a little focus with themselves. You know, sometimes staying active in the community, exercise, preventative services. You know, we live in a climate that's socially and economically and political sides right now. People don't know because there's so much information and not being able to continue, you know. So listening to them when they come in is just understanding the whole process of what they're going through. I know for me, being an effective listener also lets me hear the other things that are going on outside of the main thing that's going on. So how do I give them the other pieces of life to help them maintain? We do on our website for MilwaukeeCounty.gov, we have events always scheduled. We're getting ready to go into this season of events where we're at different places and we're processing, providing services and information to people and giving people opportunities to address issues that they got going on that Milwaukee County is part of helping.
And they can find that on the website where these different events are.
Yes.
Okay. What if, for some family members that are dealing with their, again, immediate family members, whether it's mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, or maybe it's auntie, but they may be dealing with Alzheimer or dementia. Are they encouraged to come down as well?
Definitely.
Help?
Yeah, we also have our dementia care specialist team that also helps provide caregiver support services for that area. I mean, it's a challenge because our currently I'm dealing with that on a personal level. I've dealt with it with family of my own. So, sometimes what I go through, I'm able to empathize and see what individuals that I'm working with go through and try to keep that calming presence because it's being able to be relatable. It's hard to not have compassion if you can't relate to it.
That's very true. That's
true.
very true. I work with people that have dementia right now, so I understand. What is the biggest changes? What are some of the bigger changes that have happened with Medicare and Medicaid over the last year?
The last year, I would just really say what's covered, doctors, provider networks, and the biggest thing, we see it because, like I said, it's really politicized as far as prescription coverage. Diabetes supplies or just getting certain medications because they've changed what's covered and how much is going to be covered. So if individuals don't know, there are other services that can help meet that cost,
Gotcha.
And you have to contact, you have to just find out the truth. A lot of times is agents will tell you certain things, but, you got to do your due diligence and do your homework.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get in and you figured out that something wasn't what it says. Now what you're going to do,
Right.
With October through December, that's open enrollment. That's going to be the biggest time to understand what has changed with your insurance. And sometimes just contacting you that HMO in the Advantage Plan just to see what has changed. Do I need to be looking into an alternative? What's the alternative for medications? And a lot of times it's keeping that cost down.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
A powerful role that y'all have. And, we definitely appreciate you coming and sharing some of this information.
Absolutely.
Again, if people want to walk in, give the location.
1230 West Cherry Street.
So that's that new building that I'm talking about. It looks marvelous. I haven't had a chance to go inside of there, but I'm going to go and just tour the facility.
Yeah.
But to know that there's a lot of people, and I know on Truth Nation right now that have family members that need to get this information that Tony Jones has and the other ship workers have. And I just need people to come get the information so you can help them navigate through.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and there's a lot of people going through the whole dementia scenario with family members, so it's tough. Yeah,
and it's a scary thing to watch, and you're trying to keep your emotions down with dealing with it, but and it's hard. You know what I mean?
Hard.
But just life is hard. You know what I mean? But we can make it a little bit easier because, like you said earlier, we have resources available.
Right. Yeah.
And taking advantage of it and just assuring that you walk through it. Because we talked about Medicare and Social Security, they want you to have accounts now. They want you to be able to go online and create these accounts, which I don't think is a bad thing because who wants to keep getting all these mailings? You can't, people don't want to read all that. It's enough going on, and especially if you got dementia, you don't know what you're looking at. You're just thinking, this is my name on here, let me look at it, and then you don't understand it. So, and if you're a family member, walking them through that process and you getting the help, one of the things I wanted to definitely do now is create more caregiver support events to help walk and navigate through the process as well.
Exactly.
So when October gets here, to be determined is scheduling dates for open enrollment assistance during Medicare open enrollment.
All right. Well, we thank you for coming in. What last words would you like to leave with the listeners? Again, we're talking with Tony Jones so they can follow up.
Just continue to love your family members, your friends. Be very diligent in the process. Be very patient with the process, and just understand that Milwaukee County would do its best to continue to provide services in the communities for those that need.
All right. Tony Jones, Milwaukee County, make sure you reach out. I know a lot of people, hopefully you took the numbers down and the website down. And, of course, the address, 1230
West Cherry Street.
All right. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I am the legendary Home of Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
Will be black.
Coming with straight truth.
Did you go along with this? Did you plot this out? did you go into the store with the intentions of causing a negative situation? This is the part that people don't like once they get into court after they get caught. Now, should he be executed for killing somebody he didn't do? I don't think so. He's already serving life. He's going to die in prison. I think that that's what's going to happen. At the same time, this is a message to the younger folks.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
On Thursday, May 28th, join Sharp for the 10th annual Unwrapped MKE from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based education programs, serving thousands of urban elementary students in schools throughout Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousin Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome, Black. You got something special, baby.
Yes. Hey, I don't want you to miss out on one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the UPath Ride for the Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a full closed 20 miles across the home bridge and incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. Now is your chance to enter to win a free bike and a ticket to the UPath Ride for the Arts. Call the True Talk text line right now, 833-212-1017. Be caller number 7 right now to win.
Caller number 7.
833-212-1017. Y'all know the number.
Caller number 7.
Get them tickets. This is going to be a nice
7.
ride.
Absolutely.
Nice ride.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, bikes, you know, I'm so familiar with bikes. I give away a lot of bikes at the birthday party for the kids. I'm going to also be in another bike giveaway with Alderwoman Larissa Taylor.
All right.
So, yeah, that's coming up on June 20th.
Nice.
So, yeah, you'll be hearing more information about that.
Yeah.
Again, speaking of June, don't forget Saturday, June 27th. It's the 32nd annual Homer Blow birthday party for the kids, ages 2 to 13 years old. Admission is free for everyone, but the party is designed with 2-year-olds to 13-year-olds in mind. And it's going to be at the Fitzsimmons Boys and Girls Club and Metcalf School, located at 3400 West North Avenue on the playground area. And, yeah, it's just a great and fun time for the children. It allows them to be able to be kids and have fun in a safe environment and have all of some of their favorite things. So, you know, like free food, hot dogs, burgers, pizza, Kool-Aid, the red kind.
The red kind.
Yep, absolutely. You know, we got to have some cake. Of course, shout out to the MPD free ice cream truck. And they will be there giving out the free ice cream. We'll give some knowledge with the MFD Mobile Survive Alive House. Shout out to Chief Lipsky, who was got a new re-up on his contract as being the fire chief. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So thank you for
shout out to him.
Yeah, making sure that we could get the MFD Mobile Survive Alive House out there and bounce houses, just everything that we can to just let the children come out and enjoy themselves. This is the 32nd year. So
Home of Love the Kids.
Yeah, if you and this is why I say so. I try to show them what being able to be a child is supposed to be like.
Yeah.
Compared to how life has changed, we're so guarded with our children, and I'm not never saying that you shouldn't be guarded with your children, but I just remember when we could ride our bikes around, and not have to be like, okay, you can only ride to the second house from our house and turn around and come back. We're like, that ain't no damn fun. You know what I'm saying? And when I go toy shopping and get these toys and buy all these electric riding cars and all of that, I'm really trying to think with a child's mind.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this would be so cool if I was a little kid and I was able to drive around in this little Porsche. I got one Fast and Furious car from the movie that got the Hemi on the top.
That's a Hemi.
Yeah. So I just want them to be able to like really enjoy it, and it's for the boys and the girls. And just know that somebody gives a damn. You know what I'm saying? Somebody really cares about you that has dedicated 32 years of his life saying, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do to make sure our community understands how important our children are. They are our future. They are our future, whether you want to own it or not. So what we have to do is try to help shape the minds. And that's why I also appreciate the City of Milwaukee Office of Early Childhood Initiative, Mighty Small Moments, that's ran by Dia Wright, because it's to help those 0 to 5 and 6 years old, when the mind is developing.
Right.
And so when they're there, the different things that they do and the activities that they have for the children is, to challenge and massage the minds of those that are coming up, to understand, to learn colors and learn numbers and things of that nature. So it's so important. So although it's an afternoon of fun and excitement, it's also some educational things that are going on, which are very, very important.
Right.
And shout out to Tamara and Big Frank and the Bader Philanthropies for being a presenting sponsor this year.
That's wonderful.
So it helps me to end up doing a lot of the things that I'm doing. If y'all see one of the billboards out there, take a picture, tag me in it, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
and send it so I can share it on my social media pages. And just let's make sure that these children understand that they're loved, and we got some love. They're going to feel the love when they're there.
That's what's
They
up.
get to feel the love and the appreciation. They get to run around and be kids.
There you go.
That's important to me.
That is important. Shout out to the young adults at MATC as well. This coming Thursday, I'm going to host. It's my pleasure to host the MATC Barcodes Fashion Show, Styles Through the Decades. Now, this features fashion, hair, and beauty throughout the years. This Thursday, May 21st, from 4 to 6 p.m., the downtown Milwaukee campus. Go on their website, check it out, get more info. Come on out and support the young folk.
Yeah, hashtag that part.
Yes.
And, when we talk about minds and things that people are going through, shout out to West Care, Wisconsin on tomorrow, from 4 to 7. They have an event, suicide awareness and prevention.
Oh.
So, the information will be out there. I'll be out there providing a musical soundtrack and just kind of bringing people out and having people there that they can talk to and find out the different things that are available. And instead of, just putting yourself alone and away from people and having thoughts that, there's some people out there that care that could end up helping you understand why living is so precious.
Yeah.
And even when you think you ain't got nobody, there are some people
There you
that
go.
may not be your immediate family, but they give a damn.
Yeah.
So that'll be at their location in the 2900 block on Palmer. So, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow from 4 to 7,
All
you know,
right.
making sure that people know that there's help. There's
There you
help.
go.
And for people who have family members that may have committed suicide or a friend that committed suicide, find out there's some people that you can talk to to help you kind of navigate through that process, because a lot of people feel cheated, be like, how dare you? How could you do this? And all of that. So, you know, we need more than just us.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we just be, I got it.
Yeah.
But you don't.
Yeah.
You know, so come out and find out why there's information available for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that part. You know, Sherwin's on well, he's on assignment vacation. Well, he said he on vacation.
He on vacation.
Yeah, he on vacation.
Forget it.
He ain't say no
on
assignment.
vacation.
His assignment is the vacation.
Is the vacation.
But he has promised to return on next week,
Okay.
Tuesday.
Okay.
You know.
Sign your sheet, Sherwin, if you're listening.
Sign your sheet.
Oh, I know, right? I also have to
calling the kettle black.
I also have to RSVP. See, I'm just behind right now, but I'm gonna get it done today. I also have to RSVP. Hopefully, I can still get into Kyle's wedding. I'll be at the door. They'll be like, no, Bailey, no.
Sometimes, Bailey, you just got to use your face card. You know what I'm saying? And I've come to understand that. And be like, oh, that's Homer Blow. Y'all better let Homer Blow in.
Listen.
I have other people fighting for me, even though I may be already approved.
Homer, let me just say, y'all, I got to tell y'all, this is a real quick story. One time I was going to a party of my own, and Homer got me in. No lie. Do you remember that?
I was just getting the winner name. Go
I
ahead.
know.
But go ahead.
But we went to a party that was my party, and you got me in.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I was like, wait a minute.
Right.
This is my. I may not be Reggie Brown, but gosh darn it, this is my party.
Right. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was real crazy.
That was
okay. Now, Homer, these
I know.
fruit
You're doing the
flies
same
in
thing
here.
that Dame has been doing. I was like, Dame, are you okay?
These fruit flies in here are treacherous.
Dame was like, I was like, oh, hell no, Dame. Don't tell me you need to go see Tony Jones and the ship workers. He did just have a birthday.
Did he?
He 50. So
wow.
he might need to, I don't know.
Oh, you mean Damon?
Yeah, Dame.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
know
I'm
he just had
saying
a
he was in
birthday.
here doing. I was like, Dame?
No.
I'm like, unless you're doing the church verse or
You
something.
didn't see that big old fruit fly?
I didn't see it.
was
but
two
I'm not
of
going to
them,
say that
actually.
it's not there. But
Dame
you and
knows.
Dame have had the
It's
same
over in
experience
his
on that
feet.
side. I haven't. So,
okay.
Up next, the Best Of show. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on the award-winning 101.7 FM The
I'll
Truth.
be back Thursday, y'all. I love you. Be here. I'll be here Thursday, and then me and Dame will be here on Friday together. Hopefully, Dame will come in on Thursday, and all three of us can be here.
Yeah, that part. If nobody has told you that,